Action. All right, so we're sitting here with Dave Campbell today, and we're kind of discussing a few things of relevance. And one of these first things of relevance, I would say, is who is Dave and what does he stand for?
Fair enough. Dave, I'm a resident of Grand Traverse County since 1992. Former Navy diver, something I'm very proud of. Husband of 28 years to a very wonderful woman named Devin. Father to two daughters, Madison and Mackenzie. Both outstanding kids. And what do I stand for? I stand for what's right. And it usually isn't popular. In fact, that's one of the reasons I'm pretty much still poor. I'm actually not poor, but not far away. So, yeah, next question.
That's perfect. That's a great explanation into kind of who you are. And now I guess the next question is, so how do you take who you are and kind of translate that into who you want to be and what you want to represent, as opposed to what you represent now?
That's kind of a mouthful. Let's take that apart. Who do I want to be? Actually, that's easy. I just want to apply the things that I feel very strongly about. And I want to make other people feel the same way. I want to help people identify with the great country that we have. I'm sorry I used the word great, to be honest with you. A wonderful country that we are in. Absolutely loving people. Great times. I've lived 56 years and served in the country, served in the Navy, but I've never, I've never had to be exposed to war on my soil. We've had it made here. In the last 15 years, I've seen things really getting difficult. So my answer to that is getting people back together as a united states. I mean, we can't do that unless we see and identify with each other. So priority number one is to stop the bickering between parties and say, let's, come on, let's go have a pork roast and a dance and start acting like that we care for one another. Like we really do.
Perfect. That's a great answer. I would love to kind of expound into that a little bit more. So you talk about how you're wanting the world to be. Now, how do you feel like you can get there? What are some steps? What are some next levels that you want to try to unveil to people and try to get them involved?
Well, the thing that's easy for me to answer. I couldn't tell you. All I can tell you is that myself, any of us can only do so much by ourselves. There is so much talent in this country, so many people that we know who have keys, skills, they have understanding, experiences that are so valid, so valuable. What I want to do is facilitate that, get it all together, and the concept I have for that is called forums. I mean, forums aren't anything I came up with, but I did come up with an idea called the CASH Initiative. CASH stands for Community Action Secures Homeland, and we'll get more into that, I guess, as this goes on, but just a brief explanation of where CASH came from. I was a Navy recruiter, second-class petty officer, just finished up the reserve recruiting training down in Panama City, Florida, and got back to my command at Gaylord and sat down and thought to myself, and I had been out of the Navy for 10 years, what can I do to solve this reserve recruiting issue? And 6 hours later, I had drafted a document called the CASH Initiative, Community Action Secures Homeland. Cut right to the chase. I was on the evening news with that document. I stood before U.S. Senator Carl Levin and presented that document. Later, his office contacted me. I also was contacted by Congressman Dave Stupak at the time. I know that it went in front of 3 different Navy admirals. I was also invited to give a presentation to Colonel Ewan Sansop, interesting name. He was a officer in charge of the CRTC base at Alpena, which I didn't even know about, but it wasn't far from Gaylord and Traverse City areas, but ended up going over there. He said, Dave, Campbell, this is exactly the type of program that is needed to get federal, state, and local responders together. That's why this base was designed. I can use your document to help me fund and get training. So he was very excited about it. Plus, I have a lot of documents from responders who said, this is exactly what we need. And coincidentally, Hurricane Katrina happened a week later. So then it became a little even more popular. So the document that I'm working on now is called Cash 2, and that's going to include some forums, which would be involve bill writing. But basically, the Cash Initiative is for informing, training, and recruiting. And the new Cash Initiative is going to be including bill writing forum and economic development forums. So I don't care what your idea is, if you have an idea to put on concerts, if you want to build an amphitheater, if you want to build a manufacturing plant, we're going to have forums available during already pre-established community events. It's not going to be any expense to the community. It's going to be just, hey, we got all these people here gathered, let's make use of the crowds, let's pull in the people who are interested in helping out. You have an idea, we're gonna put together the professionals to help you understand how to track with other professionals, or if you're just a passionate individual without specific training, I don't care. The only thing you need to be is a citizen. If you want an idea to come to fruition, the Cash Initiative is going to help you get there.
Perfect. So that's a great explanation and a great introduction into what we want to do next.
All right, before you turn it off, my name is Dave Campbell, and my nephew, Chris Ellis, is filming. And we're going to turn this around and get Chris's shot right there. Say hi. Thank you very much, Chris, for making this happen.
Anytime.